Hello everyone, my name is Farooq Malik and I'm here to give a presentation on the project we did for this course, System Analysis and Design. So just talking a little bit about the project, a little bit overview. So the project is basically an online dental appointment application which helps the patients, facing problems in getting the traditional appointments. So the methodology adopted in this project was the Agile and Scrum based, and in which we are to divide the overall project into various sprints. And moreover, the various abstract designs element of the project has been achieved, like using cases diagrams, sequence diagrams, activity diagrams, and class diagrams. So moving on to the presentation, first of all, we have the executive summary, which highlights that the project will be developed in the systems area and aims to propose designing of a software tool for booking appointments in private dental offices. This tool will consist of a mobile application that will allow the patient to book an appointment with their private dentist from wherever they are sitting and wherever they are, like depending on their availability and that of the doctor, the patient will reserve their appointment for a specific day and time. In this way, it will not necessary for you to go to the office, and to make your appointment, much less wait a long time for your respective shift. A conceptual framework will be developed in which the different computer terms used throughout the thesis are described for better understanding of the document. Purpose: more and more dental doctors are working in private offices rather than clinics or medical centers. However, there are two problems. The first one, making an appointment reservation, and the second is the waiting time to be attended. So, in both cases, many patients have to ask for work leave or take time, in their schedule to be able to go back to the office, book their appointments, and then wait for their turn, wasting a lot of time. Faced with that was mentioned in the previous paragraph, the opportunity was seen to create a mobile application that allows patients to book their appointment online with their dental doctor for the day and time when the doctor is unoccupied and it's feasible for them. Moving on to the business objectives. So the objectives of the project are to design an Android application for dental appointments whereby the users will be able to directly engage with the dentists for appointments and consultations, tapping dentistry industry, especially the patients who are looking for quick and on-time services, overcoming traditional issues. Moving on to the project objectives. So the project objectives highlights develop a conceptual framework to introduce the reader to the technical terms most used in this thesis work. Carry out a feasibility study, operational, economical, and technical, to know if the project is viable or not. Research similar mobile applications. Investigate the legal framework for the project to be viable. Do an analysis and design of the mobile application, which will include determination, functional and non-functional requirements, traceability matrix, use cases, class diagrams, data model, dictionary, and screen designs. Next, we have like project challenges that are being faced. So being able to tap the desired customer base to ensure proper operation, a positive impact, and rapid adaptation by end users, the mobile application will be developed taking into account the interface design standards for mobile applications. Second thing is the competition phase down to other similar applications that are in the market. So as a project team, I am like this slide. It says project team. My name is, as I told you in the first in the introduction. My name is Farooq Malik, and my role is designer or developer, you can say. Methodology. So, a methodology is a collection of procedures, techniques, tools, and supporting documents that assist software developers in their efforts to implement new information systems. A methodology is made up of phases, each of which can be divided into subphases, which will guide system developers to choose the most appropriate techniques at each moment of the project and also to plan, manage, and evaluate it. So the methodology that we chose is Scrum. Scrum is an agile development methodology that helps the advancement of simple or complex projects. This type of methodology assigns roles to people so they form an organized work group, and at the time of completing a task it is not late, or with significant errors. Scrum is like a lifesaver for those companies that face difficulties in following the waterfall methodology or that are not even using any methodology to develop software. So for the role, the Scrum methodology role is for the development and in the implementation of the mobile application modules. The Scrum methodology was used, and this type of methodology allows us to manage a broad project with detailed monitoring of all the activities to be carried out. So moving on to the requirement gatherings, in the phase exploration, attention is focused on planning and the basics of the project. This is where we define the scope of the project and establishment with the functionalities where we want to go. Product designing and development. In this phase, the product the subphases are iteratively repeated, and a test direct development is used. Before starting the development of a functionality, there must be a test, that verifies its operation. In this phase, we can say that the entire implementation is carried out in the product designing and development. Integration. After the product phase comes the phase stabilization, in which the integration actions are carried out to hook the possible separate modules into a single application. Testing. Once the development is completely stopped, a testing phase is passed until a stable version is reached as established in the first phase by the client. If necessary, bugs are fixed, but nothing new is developed, Requirements gathering. Determination of functional requirements, that is, we have register administrator user, manage business hours, register modifier consult, manage patient, manage appointments, manage appointment types like registering it again, modifying any changes or deleting that the patients that have not showed up, send notifications to the patient about their upcoming appointments and all that. Determination of information requirements. So the personal data of both the patient and the administrator are names and surnames, ID, gender, telephone, cell phone numbers, emails, addresses, username, and passwords. So the appointment data are date, time, and type of appointment. The details of the hours of operation are date and time. The date of the type of appointment are name and description. And the data of the notifications are the recipient and information. So, determination of non-functional requirements, that the mobile application will allow you to register more than 100 transactions in one day. The mobile application will respond to user in real time and in less than 5 seconds. The mobile application will show very simple notifications in the event of any data entry error by the user. And the mobile application will be designed in the simplest possible way with the several type of interactive and friendly screens so that any user can handle it without any difficulty. So where we have like business process model, the business process model is we can see both the users like the patients and the administration. It's a model that describes the login and logout process and both the users how they can access it. Like the patients can use it by making a reservation and checking the schedule, while on the other side the administration and the dentist can view the booking, manage the appointment, and manage patients' data. Moving on to the activity moving on to the activity diagram. So we can see the graphical representation of workflows, that is the I would say stepwise activities and actions. So it's an advanced version of a flow chart actually, from getting patients information till obtaining the treatment and making the payment. Then we have the use case diagram. So use case diagram is the diagram that summarizes the details of your system's users, also known as actors, and possibilities of their interactions with the systems. Then we have the patient use case. In this, the actor is the patient. The description is of the system is like the patient will be able to consult the free schedule the dentist to book your appointment, and the basic scenario is he has to enter the username and the password and then log in as a patient, enter the hours of operation, and that's it. The session ends. Then we have the class diagram. So class diagram is a static structure, of a dental application that describes the structure of a system by showing the systems, classes, their attributes and hours, the patient and hours the patient needs, and the admin, and how the admin, patients and the doctors are related into it. Then we have the context diagram. Here in the context diagram, we can see different entities like patient, admin, and doctor interact with the automated appointment system, like how they interact. Like admin uses view, like interact with viewing the appointments, patients are like requesting the appointments, and doctors are showing the looking at the results. So finally, the slide is like system evaluation. Our following steps are required for system evaluation. That is maintainability, scalability, vulnerability, security, legal issues, and ethical concerns. So that was all in the presentation, and overall the project has been a great learning experience to enhance the knowledge regarding the software development lifecycle, especially in context of agile development methodology, whereby I will be utilizing this project as a learning curve for my professional endeavor in future. Thank you very much.